Well, welcome back to another amazing episode of the Beer for the Hat podcast. If you like switching your pennies to dimes or dimes to pennies, you welcome to the good podcast right now.
Heck yeah, that was Victor.
Yeah, I don't know why I did that. I was saying in good ways, like for. Wait a minute.
You were looking for a decent opening. I respect it.
I was legit thinking about an opening at work today. I'm like, how should I open the podcast today? I wanted to if you like taking juice ideas and taking coins for pennies, this is the great podcast for you.
Heck yeah.
But I am, one of your hosts, Victor, with always.
I'm Walker.
And Ace.
You missed last week's motherfucker.
Yes, I did.
Hey, you
because someone would rather.
I was so fucking hungover.
Yeah, I know. I got told. Yeah, he got fucking so drunk last night.
Well, I don't drink, right? And Michaela, my wife, wanted to drink for the fireworks, so I was like, all right, cool, I'll grab a bottle myself. Fireball went back down in price, I'm glad to announce.
Oh, yeah.
For our Canadian listeners.
Before anything, so I'm the only one that has apparently drink here.
I've got my coffee as well.
You want one?
I took a small toke earlier, so I'm okay.
You fucking druggie. Fucking smokers here.
Oh, yeah. Welcome to Canada.
But yeah, so I ended up, I brought a couple cans of Dr. Pepper with me, and I was like, this is my mix. When my mix runs out, I'm not drinking anymore.
I heard that one before.
What a rule to set, especially with Fireball, right?
Oh, yeah. Man, I drank through those 3 fucking cans so quickly, and then I was like, I don't need pop, and just kept hiding underneath the stroller, taking shots of Fireball, going back to the gate, wristband, sir.
Oh, shit. Here you go. But yeah, because next morning at the car show, I saw them, and all I hear was,
Yeah, I was literally, I had to walk with my stroller, keeping it up.
And the funny thing is, the in-laws were here.
Oh, yeah.
And they see my brother go around the fucking floor. What's wrong with him? He's puking.
What? I don't remember what was that. One of the kids said something, and we were on our way to Timmy's to get a coffee and a nice greasy-ass sandwich. And one of the kids said something, and I was, and I put my hand up, and I walked around the corner, and just, Silas, my son, just walks over, stands in the middle of the sidewalk, hands on his hips. Dad, what's wrong? What are you doing?
And all I can hear out of his wife's mouth, yeah, he had whiskey last night. And all I can hear on my mother-in-law's mouth, oh boy.
Yeah.
I ended up drinking that whole fucking 2-6.
Like,
I don't drink that often, so me drinking in the 2-6 by myself. I was up till like 4 or 5 in the morning just shooting the shit with Jack.
So you're burning the energy off at the very least. But
hey, Jack, what's up, buddy?
Fireball is one of the dangerous ones, though. Once you're good and drunk, it tastes so nice, right? Like
I was back in high school. I used to have a big-ass leather jacket, and I cut the inside pocket to fit the whole jacket, and then I sewed a square the size of a fucking Twister Fireball.
Nice.
And anytime I had that jacket on, people knew I had Fireball. They'd be like, hey, give me a shot.
So, fun fact, my buddy that I used to work with, don't longer work with him, but holy fuck, he had a mix of an alcoholic drink with Fireball in it. He put a shot in chocolate milk.
Wait, why?
Yeah.
Oh, Fireball and chocolate? I've heard of this before.
So,
I have.
We were like, that sounds fucking ugh. So we were at the bowling alley in town, and they were like, oh, dude, let's try this shot of Fireball. So we had me, my other buddies, him, our supervisor at the time. Hey, let's do it. Holy shit. Takes the alcohol taste out of your mouth and just tastes like cinnamon.
See, but that's what Fireball is to me after like the 3rd or 4th straight shot. It's just fire.
You only have 2 shots. Because after the 3rd one, your stomach feels like shit.
The milk's probably curdling from all the actual whiskey being in there with it. Ugh.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
So, there's a couple things I want to talk about today. I told Walker this. So, anybody watch the trailer for Doomsday?
Yes.
Okay, so I've seen a few of the teaser trailers, and I didn't get to see
the official 2-minute cinematic.
Okay,
so I've seen it, but I watched the video that I had seen was like half of a reaction commentary type trailer.
So cut down a little bit. Yeah.
A little bit. The fucking filler bits and scenes were cut out. Some frames were exaggerated, and I didn't get the full audio of the
Yeah.
trailer because fucking dumbass was talking.
There's really not that much audio in it.
It's a very big teaser. It's Thor giving a speech essentially, and then it's cutting to all these different scenes while Thor's giving this speech.
Yeah, so basically, we gotta bring the Warriors back together, basically.
I fought very hard enemies with stronger teammates, and this is a force that outstands those previous ones, and our team is not as strong as we were before. Like, kind of lines like that.
One of the scenes I did see, and the buddy built his video around, was a scene where you see Loki's ID badge, the TVA badge.
Yep.
And that hand is not Loki's, and there's a wedding ring in it. And apparently, in a later scene in the trailer, you see Cap grab the adamantium shield with a same looking hand, gold wedding ring on the same hand. The buddy was explaining that Loki, as part of the storyline, went back in time to tell Cap that he fucked up.
Nope.
And that's why Cap is sitting there with the TVA time card in his hand.
Nope.
Oh?
Nope.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, what's your theory on this? I like this theory. Right?
It caught me there.
No, because they proved in Avengers Endgame that when Cap went back, he did not fuck up anything.
No, not Cap. When Loki fucked up, when he took the Tesseract and created the altered timeline, he goes back to tell Cap that, hey man, I fucked up by doing this. We need to fix it.
But even then...
No. Because thing is that it doesn't matter. Because
Cap didn't even return all the stones to the proper places. Like, some of them were changed state.
No. There's only one stone he wasn't able to return back.
It was the Space Stone.
Nope. It was the Soul Stone.
The one they ripped out of Vision, right?
Nope. That's the Mind Stone.
Oh, yeah. Fuck.
The Soul Stone was when Thanos sacrificed Gamora.
Yes.
And it takes something from Thanos' soul, and that's why you see Gamora as a child. Was it worth it?
Yeah.
And he says, everything.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You cannot take the Soul Stone back.
Without bringing back Gamora. But again, this goes back to, this is what TVA, in my mind, was a crazy addition to the MCU, but also a brick wall at some point.
Nope.
Well, okay, the video I watched talked about how the TVA, as well as a few of these other like multiversal series, really opened up the idea that the multiverse exists and that it's actively falling apart. They were setting up for Kang, like an interdimensional war with all the different Kangs. Obviously, that fell out for reasons. But like, he got his storyline.
That's why season 2 is the way it is.
Yeah. So season 2 is very good. Loki becomes Loki's teller of stories.
The god of stories.
Yes, Loki, god of stories, which is his ultimate position. He's shaping the timeline. He's not cutting the branches or anything anymore. He's changing what the TVA does. So he's letting this multiverse exist, but in doing so, he's allowing more multiversal threats, like Doomsday to show his face, or like more versions of Galactus, more celestial entities. And what we've been seeing with this new phase of the MCU is obviously Multiverse of Madness, like their interpretation of the multiverse. We saw it with Spider-Man No Way Home. There was a lot of setup for the idea that the universe is bigger than just our normal timeline. It is now going to start interacting with each other in ways that we haven't seen before, and might make the conventional lore look a little more different, right? So, like, we could... In the trailer, you see some of the classic X-Men. You see Cyclops.
I was going to say, you see Xavier looking like he's hiding from something that's fucking either exploding or something's going off around him.
Why?
So they're bringing Fox Cannon in.
Yeah.
Why? Yeah.
Because there's 3 planets, 3 different universes.
Well, Earth, whatever.
616.
Earth 616, Earth 838, or
828 from Fantastic Four.
And the one from X-Men is like 1,000 and something.
Okay, but those are the 3 Earths that are combining on this movie, right?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Because it's forget what the word is, but it's basically what
the timelines are coming back to a point. I'm pretty sure, aren't they?
It's collapsing. They're forming into one.
Because it's kind of like when we saw in Wolverine and Deadpool, where at a certain point, if a timeline loses its anchor being, it starts to naturally die.
No.
In the same capacity, you might have multiple anchor beings or timelines merging together.
That's what I thought. They were all converging back to a single point.
Which also follows along with how Loki brought all the multiverse together in, like, essentially the God Tree, where there's one point where everything flows through.
So, the Ring is Steve Rogers.
I'm almost guaranteed that
It is.
ring
100%.
holding the TVA and grabbing the shield.
And I think it is post Endgame Steve Rogers while he is living
with Peggy.
from the past as Penny, right? So that's old Rogers holding the card.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's not.
It's going to be the young one because
it's young Rogers. I
think they're going to. Young Rogers is actually going to come forward and reveal himself to Thor as, yes, I've been around this entire time.
No, they know he's been around this entire time.
Okay.
They've been teasing it ever since Captain America came out. Because in Winter Soldier, you see Cap right-hand side in the front, and you see
when he's carrying the casket. Yeah.
Carrying the casket on
and on
the
top of that, Peggy talks about her marriage with Cap. She talks about or the other man, but she describes Cap almost verbatim.
Describes Cap, but also says it's like yesterday that I saw you.
True.
Yeah. It's something they've been seeding for a while. But
with the new Cap we saw with long hair and a beard, that's what everybody's talking about.
No, that's it. It's the same Cap that you see kind of in Infinity War.
Nope. It's not the same.
It's almost the same style. I think it's. Oh, okay.
Nope.
See, but
we're
you're making me angry. MCU, in my mind, going back to the beginning, I think they should have picked one arc and followed that through. Because now we get this kind of Fantastic Four, which...
They're doing Secret Wars.
Yeah, I understand that, but the backstory and the end story that Marvel as a company has isn't following one linear comic story.
Yes, they are.
No, they haven't.
What they're doing now
is... literally made every different arc.
Yeah.
They've taken characters from one arc and inserted them into other arcs.
Because Feige is very much admitted that he's taking a lot of inspiration from multiple arcs,
but he's making his own story. Yeah, and I get why he wants to do that, because no matter what you do with a comic movie, you're going to have people that are upset, and you're going to have people who think you're God.
Yeah.
But if you're going to make something as big as what Secret War was as a comic, that was the fucking comic. Mm-hmm. You can only deviate so much.
Yeah.
Or else you're going to have, no, that's not that Cap, that's this Cap. That's not Spider 29, that's fucking...
No. So, with the new Cap they released, it's not Captain America. It's Hydra Supreme.
So you think it's the Hydra Cap? Okay.
Because there's
that would go align with fucking Evil Doom, too. That'd be pretty cool.
Because there's a comic book series where Doom is taking over the multiverse with Hydra Supreme. That's why they're calling Cap back to kick his ass, because in the Captain with the Hydra Supreme and Doomsday with Doctor Doom uses his magic to change Odin's spell on Mjolnir. That's why he's able to hold him.
Okay.
Because
that exactly proves my point. 100. That literally proves my point. That Thor story is not part of the end of Secret Wars.
Mm-hmm.
That fucking fucking Hydra Cap is not part of Secret Wars. That's what I mean. Feige has done a very good job of blending all of these together. But no matter what, every movie brings up this exact debate.
Yeah.
That's not this Cap. That's this one. That's not this one. That's this one.
And I think the most important part of it all is they know they're going to have these criticisms. That's why they've been really leaning into the whole idea of the multiverse, where it's yes, it might be this story, but it is this version of the story.
And that's going back to what I said, introducing the multiverse was a brilliant safety net.
It was the good, most next logical step, especially when you're losing a lot of your forerunners, right?
Yeah, and it worked because it was able to be now this story merges with this one, and everybody wins.
Yeah,
and it worked in that way, but it built up this debate in a stronger sense, to me, anyways. That he thought it was going to get rid of the debate, but instead it kind of pushed it a little further.
Yeah,
but with this will be the last movie I think all the main big guys will be in.
We were told that fucking in Infinity War.
No, we were told that about Robert Downey Jr.
And fucking Hugh Jackman and Chris Evans. They all
said no.
Might not have been the same movie, but all of them have said over different times, we're all stepping away. This is the last one we're doing, and the fans bullied them back into doing it again.
Yeah.
Well, because the only reason why they did that is because of all the fucking Disney series.
Well, exactly. They had no choice. They were brought back into it, but they had all went on record to be like, "No, that's my last one, guys." Like Logan, especially.
Yeah,
he was like, "No, I'm done with the character." They brought him back. I will not be in the blue and yellow. He came back in blue and yellow. I'm done with Wolverine. They brought him back again.
That's the only reason why Deadpool got Hugh Jackman back. Because Hugh Jackman secretly wanted that costume.
Yeah, after saying no throughout the original X-Men, which would have kickstarted Marvel way fucking quicker than anything.
Oh, no, I was actually kind of pissed off that they brought the fucking blue and yellow.
They wasted it. It could have been done first.
I wanted the yellow and brown suit. They teased it in Wolverine.
Yeah.
That's the problem when Professor Xavier came back in a different body, but him, because they proved it in the Last Stand.
Isn't the Last Stand the one that broke everything?
No.
The Last Stand was the one where they...
Yeah,
Days of Future Past reset everything.
Yes. I actually do like but going back and watching Days of Future Past, I did like it a lot. It sucks that that's how the reset happened, but it explains why Logan is the way he is in Logan.
Yeah.
So the thing is, Logan is like almost 300 years old in Logan. They legit proved it.
Yeah.
That's why his antimanium is poisoning him so badly.
Yeah.
Because
it's basically rusting.
Yeah. Because it got to the point where his healing factor was not doing its job.
Mm-hmm. But didn't fucking somebody in the beginning of that movie, didn't someone like fucking cut his heart or something stupid? Like, did they turn off his fucking healing ability and that's why it started to poison him?
No, in the Wolverine.
In the Wolverine, yes, they did like shut off his abilities, and at one point they did remove his heart.
The only reason why
they put the thing on his heart.
They put it on it. That's it.
That's why you see him do his little
where he essentially
shot thing and do the middle one and cut his chest open and goes deep and pulls it out, dies for like 5 minutes and comes back.
That's what I was remembering. Put something on his fucking heart.
But then he goes back to where they had the Endemanium fucking samurai's fucking suit.
Yeah.
He cuts off his... This is the one thing I was pissed off about, because he cuts one of his fucking claws and drills into his fucking bones to take his DNA out of him. And that's why you see that one scene where he gets super fucking old.
Mm-hmm.
But then someone stabs the dude in the back and fucking Logan ends up doing his own shit. And that's why you see him fucking go like this and it's bones. But somehow in Logan, he got the antimanium back.
Stupid. We could definitely talk about it.
And the second thing, oh my god, I was golfing yesterday.
Okay.
I fucking love the ninth hole in town.
Oh, okay.
Always do Happy Gilmore shots.
But the ninth hole is very nice for it because it's one long straight hole with just some nice rolling hills, right?
So it's one big hill, whatever. So I hit the first one, fucking goes off. I didn't waste any of my good ones. Mm-hmm. So I put the second one down. I do the stance and poof, dead center. I'm like, fuck, I gotta play that one.
Holy shit, it worked.
All you can hear is the fucking sound from the fucking driver. Yeah. I'm like, fuck. I gotta play that.
Now I've got to do this every time.
I do it every time. I play it. I fucking Happy Gilmore that. I'm like, fuck, I gotta do it. No. I was hoping to fucking sack some.
You broke yourself.
And I did it again on the second hole, but like it was one of my good ones and fucking shanked it into a farmer's field.
Yeah.
But
it's a good swing, but you need to have it straight every time.
Oh yeah. Gotta work your slice, and I didn't work my slice. But on the other hand, oh look, it's 18 minutes in.
Time to get to our topic.
We had to put a 19 in front. No, never mind. It's 84. Never mind.
It's fine.
My math is wrong. It's been a long day. But yes, today's episode, if you didn't read from the title, I have no idea what the title is going to be. But we were talking about 1984.
Because the world has been changing a lot, and it's been kind of looking more and more like the book, and I think there was a movie adaptation of 1984, which feels very cliche to say. When I was a kid, I thought it was super cliche, but now it's like, no, it's just fucking real. Whoopsies.
Yeah. Why are they putting a whole bunch of cameras around?
Yes, so the thing that kind of sparked this topic was the flock cameras and like the big scandal going on in the U.S. right now. where they're essentially becoming a surveillance state.
That's the video actually, right?
Yeah.
No, I feel exactly the same. It's becoming that. And not only is there Flock, there's that other camera system that's going up next to Flock. I've only seen a handful of videos of them.
Mm-hmm.
But Flock is to, what's their excuse?
It's crime prevention system.
Crime prevention.
That's why they're scanning people's faces.
The other one
where they
is
live,
literally facial recognition, and also has this cool thing that when phones and devices, which is something I want to get to a little bit, but those smart devices, they not only accept wireless signals, they emit wireless signals. Whether you're connected or not, those phones are always pumping shit out.
Outputting some sort of signal, yeah.
That thing is reading them.
I feel like it comes into like a sort of watchdog scenario where, like, if you had the right tech, you could run around and just pick up any signal someone's putting out.
So
right?
I know of this device.
Mm-hmm.
Matt wants me to get one. I kind of want one because there is practical uses to it as well. But this thing is called a dolphin switch.
A dolphin switch.
Dolphin. It's a little. It's
it
almost like a Raspberry Pi.
It was something in my when I was living in Mount Forest for Hatfield Development. They were a rich group of fuckers. They had a dolphin drive.
Oh my god. Oh man, those things are genius if you know what to do with them. But on a practical level, normal people use them to like pair everything in their house or get everything on one signal base.
Yeah.
You can also take that to read somebody's signals. Anything on an RF signal, this thing can read, intercept, and change.
Yes.
So like garage door openers, your key fobs and shit.
Your bell cams, your actual security cams.
Your CCTV, your fucking, Dana, they introduced those cards to get into the building.
Yeah.
That'll change it.
Yep.
All it has to do is get close enough to hijack the signal and it mimics it.
Yep. Mimics it and then sends a signal back to change it, essentially.
Yes.
Yep.
And man, so what these posts are going up that I've seen a few beside Flock cameras are essentially that, but it's taking in everything, whether it's a phone, a computer, a smart car, anything. But it's not, they're saying it's not pulling data.
Bullshit.
It's pulling the signal. But if you look, if your signal is tied to the device, which is 9 times out of 10 legitimately tied to a name, a bank account, a credit system, a person.
As long as they're getting a signal, like that's metadata.
They can tie that signal to you.
Yeah.
So even if they're telling the truth, it's only pulling the signal. Well, that's still a tracking system.
Yeah.
You've just admitted that you can tell who's in that car by just the phones that are in it.
Has anybody watched fucking Batman: The Dark Knight? Like, look at that.
Yeah. It's very real. And like there are softwares out there that just natively exist that track people's faces. And if you can hook up into those,
China's number one of that, because if they see you litter on the street, fucking poof.
See,
fine.
So this is where, like, bringing Orwell's book 1984, when Orwell imagined it, he wrote this during, like, after the rise of Nazi Germany. He wrote 1984, what if this shit didn't stop?
Oh, where would that we know of.
Right? Okay, so what he said was a government-driven surveillance system guided by fear.
Yes.
Which in China, like you just said, if you litter or you have bad credit, you are like, boom, red flag, you're caught. Like there's that social banking system for some stores where they like they scan you as you enter the store.
Do you have a high enough credit? No, get out.
Yeah, exactly. If you don't have high enough credit, nothing works there. That is what Orwell imagined. Now look at the difference with us. We just accepted it.
Yep.
Yeah.
We accepted it and we're told it was convenience.
Well, that's it. The people who know didn't get a say. And
exactly.
like the people who didn't, they were just like, no, it's fine. We don't really care.
What are you talking about? My phone connects to everything else? Fuck yeah, this is amazing. What do you mean?
On top of that, the boomer government at this point, they're the ones making the decisions. They don't care if it's not good for us, because for them, they're getting paid. For them, stealing our data works better. And that's why data centers with AI literally harvesting data all the time just from the internet, just from like being able to access a lot of these RF signals, it's why it's becoming more popular. People are trying to fight back in the States.
But you can't really, because everything's
already legally set up.
Go buy a new kitchen appliance. They all have Bluetooth integrated. They all have a smart screen. You can hook your phone up to it. Some things you need to pair a device
which is
to
fucking
it.
stupid.
You shouldn't have to do it for a washing machine. You shouldn't have to do it for a microwave. I should be able to nuke something for 1 minute at this setting. Done.
The only thing I think that is beneficial for, like, say, a gas stove or like a stove, that's smart because you can legit preheat beforehand, right?
My wife has the same argument. How many times is a piece of technology fucked up on you?
Like, too many.
Why do I want that to happen with a gas fucking stove?
Yeah, why would I want anyone
my phone has a fucked up.
And what if that Bluetooth fucking disconnects during a power outage or something, and when that thing reboots, it turns on all the burners, but the connection isn't there to your phone?
Mm-hmm. There's more danger in the fact that someone else doesn't even have to be in the same room as that appliance and can control it.
Yeah, and if you go and buy something new, you're roped into this situation.
Mm-hmm.
But we accept it as convenience. Where Orwell thought that we were going to be force-fed it. No, we opened our mouths and accepted it.
Well, because they did it in a way.
They presented it as consumerism.
Yeah, exactly.
They did it in a way where they were like, oh, look, you can have an iPad on your fridge. You can, there's a screen. You can see what's in your fridge.
Oh my God, I fucking hate the fridges that do that. Hey, here's a window to your fridge. Don't bother opening the door. You're going to anyway when you find something in the window that you like.
I want to talk about your original point there, how, Orwell, yes, very much in the book it is based on fear, but one thing Winston, the main character, talks about a lot in the first few chapters is he goes over what society is like. He's essentially just talking his way through, this is where we are. This is dystopia. This is how we're being monitored. This is my job. But at the same time, he's talking about, how he didn't realize how they got here. How, one day it just seemed like everything had changed, where, people seem to be accepting of it, then all of a sudden, nobody remembers how we got here.
So can we just take a moment of realization that Walker pointed this out, because I was listening to it, maybe an hour ago,
yeah.
That this guy was writing in a journal. Mm-hmm. No, a diary, not a journal.
Yeah.
Journal?
Because
dudes writing journals, girls writing diaries. Okay. Let's point that out.
It's old English speak. It is. They were, especially for Orwell.
I love
it a diary.
English. Yeah. I love it because I love listening to the Lord of the Rings. Mm-hmm. They say the word queer so much. Because it's out of context now, but because when people said queer, it just meant weird. Mm-hmm. That's all it is. And I love saying queer too. Why are you saying that? It's weird. I'm no, I'm saying it's weird. Fucking.
Using the old language context, it gets lost, especially on
old context is lost.
The point is, even Winston, it kind of embodies what we're going through now, where it's we're seeing these changes, but we can't do anything about them. We can fight as much as we can, but they're still just happening. And in, say, 20 years, like Winston was, where he's in the position where we were, and then in the book where he's in his late 30s, all of a sudden he's, holy shit, how did we get here? How are we being heavily monitored? How is everything done through a screen that can, A, transmit anything to you and receive signals, take in your environment around you to make sure you're not traitors to the party, right?
Because it's like going back to when taxes first got around. Mm-hmm. When 2 cents on fucking coffee back then, it's fucking people were uprising. Oh, dude, I gotta pay $300 worth of taxes. What the fuck is that shit? Mm-hmm. No, because what I've been seeing is that they've been numbing down, especially men, to suck it the fuck up, and this is how life is, to the point where when we all grew up, it's okay, this is how the way life is. Mm-hmm. But when we think about it, no, it's not. Yeah. You look in the past, they were fucking living like kings. Mm-hmm.
Things
are struggling now.
And another big thing that kind of reminds me of 1984 is Winston's job is at the Ministry of Truth, where he spends his days with thousands of other employees, receiving records, reviewing them, and making small edits.
This is where I was going to go. As soon as you brought up Winston, that was my next point. In 1984, the government grabbed control of the flow of info. Yeah. And then they made what in the book is called, they refer to a few times, memory gaps. And they changed everything, but just slightly.
Just a little.
Just a little.
They'll alter a date on a newspaper from 20 years ago.
So it didn't line up with the truth.
So that sounds like our school system.
A little bit.
A little bit. And Wikipedia. So
I can go in there and fuck it up.
That's just it. But in 1984, that was considered a job, and the government wanted you to do that. So it changed people's opinion.
Mm-hmm.
And
it would be constant. You were constantly editing the past. And Winston says it like, I'm pretty sure I saw this statement 4 weeks ago, and it said that wheat was up 30 cents. And now it's saying wheat is down down 32 cents. And it's just like, oh, I had to change this one word and part of a number from a newspaper article 4 weeks ago saying, no, wheat was getting pricier, but now it's saying, no, wheat is cheaper now. Wheat was cheaper than the last little bit. So people go back, they're saying, oh, if it's up this week, that's fine, because last week it was down.
See, now
it's like little things like that, but it's what's happening in real life too, where we're seeing our own resources slowly going up and up and up in price, and we're seeing, okay, it used to be this cheap. Why is it this high? No, it's always been this high. Your inflation is nothing. It's not real.
See, but the catch with us, as opposed to with 1984, Winston was told to make it so.
Yes.
In ours, we have the company giving us the numbers, the audit system giving us numbers, public people giving us our numbers, some random dude in his mom's basement giving us numbers. So that instead of having one constant flow of directed info, I personally think it's almost a little bit worse, because we have to filter out what is true for ourselves through every funnel of information that we have. Orwell envisioned one constant stream. Instead, we have thousands of views, thousands of opinion on the same event in real time.
Yes. And to that same extent, the ones that the media is showing you isn't necessarily the truth. So
that's what I mean. You've got to filter through the bias and find out which one either makes sense to you or which one looks the truth.
So, with that being said, we're going to listen to a great sponsor.
Not propaganda. Not propaganda, I promise.
Welcome back to the podcast that is always the truth.
We promise. It's our truth.
It is the truth.
It's the truth. It is the truth.
Shut the fuck up, or I'll fire you.
Oh, fuck, damn it.
It's like you're getting paid or something.
Fuck, wouldn't that be funny?
Apparently I can do it now, so...
How sweet ad revenue of a penny a month.
I was going to say, we'll split that penny.
No, you're not getting a penny. Fuck you guys.
Don't do it. No penny for you. Going on.
But yeah, I have no fucking idea what this whole book's about, so you guys are basically taking this whole episode.
So fair enough. George Orwell watched the rise of the Nazis in the 30s, 40s, and then the decline of everything in the 50s.
Okay, but let's say this, because if the listeners have listened to our past episodes about the Nazis, he was only doing what he was told. What happened? He wrote the book of what happened. What he got told, remember?
No. It's not like, the book's not like that. No. He's saying the rise of fascism and control, not necessarily racism.
No. I'm just saying, like, he made the book under the pretenses of what he was being fed of what actually was going on during World War II.
You could say that, but the point of view is
separate from World War II entirely.
It's like going to school and like, we got told, Hitler's bad, like he did all these atrocities, right? But until you actually looked into it,
his point of view was more what the government can do, and he watched the states implement the income tax. He watched the states.
That's what I mean.
And the industrialism force and feed the war, and watch government propaganda in the states. We need you. Uncle Sam wants you. And
that's what I mean.
What if that doesn't stop?
Yeah, so he wasn't looking strictly just at Germany Nazi bad.
No,
he wasn't saying that in any.
It was the control in the world that could be given at that time, and if the control wasn't relinquished.
It was also showing the difference of how, as technology progresses, it becomes easier to control the masses, or essentially turn them against each other.
Well, that's what I'm saying. He was making a book on what, as you just said, what happened didn't stop. Because we were taught completely different other things of what we've been learning now of what actually happened in the world. Because history is written by the victors, right? So the book is basically what would happen if the victor just kept that idea going, right?
Yes.
Because if you think about it, if they won World War II, okay, we need to keep this going because we need to control everybody.
Yes.
Right?
Okay, that is exactly it. What if even after the end of the war, which in the book it doesn't happen like that, but what if the control kept going?
Yes, that's what I mean.
Because, what if the worst happens? We need to make sure everybody's in line.
And another part of the book later on is what happens if the wars stop. Mm-hmm. So the next, further in the book, they're always at
they talk about the wars,
Asia, Eurasia, shit like. They're always constantly at a war with somebody.
They're at a war with somebody. Sometimes they're allies with India. Sometimes they're allies with East Asia. But then Winston remembers that they were fighting them last year. So why are they at war? What are the reasons we're even still at war anymore? Winston's constantly asking himself these questions because the government is just like, no, we're enemies with India right now.
That's what I mean. Like,
and if you haven't read the book, but you've heard of the term Big Brother.
Yep. Yes.
Okay, Big Brother is the shadow figure in 1984. Big Brother's the face of the party, correct?
Yes. There's.
I
can't remember the three lines. Essentially the Big Brother logo. It's we watch, we protect, we something. I can look it up.
But the thing is, yes, we all heard the Big Brother's watching you because if anybody has watched They Live, that's basically it.
Exactly. And so once Winston started poking around and seeing that shit, that's when you start realizing that, hey, the government's actually taking control of this.
Yeah.
And in bringing it back to how that's mirroring us, we know for a fact. Oh, you've touched it.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
It's fine.
It's that thing that I need to worry about.
We know for a fact that governments have altered or hidden shit to protect their agenda.
It's Elaine Maxwell's dad did that.
Not only that, MK Ultra.
Yep.
Like, that happened in the States.
Don't you fucking dare talk about 11 like that.
that happened on U.S. citizens, and the States actively denied it until the 90s. When they were forcefully declassified, and they're like, I guess so.
Yeah, we did that. We thought people had powers.
So, not only that, like, MK Ultra was so much more.
Oh, fuck yeah.
But you have MK Ultra, you have even foreign countries. Look at what Israel did to Britain and Egypt in the 90s and 80s.
They didn't do that.
They did, because they gave them medals a few years ago for it.
We did not. They did not do that. We support.
God damn it, Victor! Did you get brainwashed? God damn it!
I'm trying not to die. I did not suicide myself. But 2 shots.
But to that point, essentially, I did find the actual 3 statements here, like the chant that they're supposed to say to their telescreens or whatever, is war is peace, freedom is slavery, ignorance is strength.
That's it, yeah.
Where if you have faith in your government, you know they will do the best for you. Ignorance is strength. There is strength in numbers as long as you remain compliant. War is peace. We are at war to ensure peace. It's kind of what we're seeing with Trump. It's kind of what we're seeing with all these other warring nations. They're warring for other motives, and they're saying, no, we're doing it because we want peace. We're doing it because we need to ensure that they don't get us first.
But the thing is, what they have videos, so noticing now, especially Gen Z, is like, nah, they're doing it because they're getting blackmailed.
Yeah.
Because did you guys hear what happened yesterday and a couple days ago?
I said it in chat that it had happened, and Israel kept going with it. And people in the States were like, no, it hasn't happened. The fucking gavel came down yesterday, and they merged their fucking militaries.
Yep. They merged them anyway. Even though now they voted against it again, and then they just said, no, the people don't actually know what they want. Merge them anyway.
And did it anyways. And I was watching a video.
No, there was a vote. It was 219 to 206.
Yep. Yeah.
But either way,
that was at the second vote.
Yep.
It got cut down even worse than that the first time. And they're like, okay, fine, we'll amend it and brought it back. And then it got cut down again. And then they're just like, well, too fucking bad. And the entire time, Israel was over there saying, yeah, it's a done deal. We're going to merge anyways.
Dude, someone legit took a video, and he wants to make it go viral. I forget what the fucking video is called. But he went into one of the Capitol buildings in the States and said, oh, look, let's see how many Israelis flags we kept. 1, 2, 3. He counted 16 by the time I was like, I just fucking gave up.
Yep.
16. But no, they're allies.
They're definitely allies.
Yeah.
But
the most moral of allies.
But this is the person that said, "Oh, Hitler did not want to exterminate the Jews." Flat out.
Okay, another huge thing in 1984 is thought police. It's you are not allowed to have freedom. You are not allowed to have rights. If you say anything, if you think anything, if you do anything that even seems rightly traitors to the party, the thought police come and get you. In Britain right now, people are very much comparing what the police are doing to thought police because they're not arresting actual criminals. They're not arresting
They're
actual
arresting people
speaking out against these things and identifying these things. They're going through people's social media and arresting based on public speech that isn't hate speech on an internet platform that is designed to have people express their opinions. They're quite literally surfing through your data to make sure you are in line with the multicultural government. If you aren't, you're a problem they need to deal with.
So the States and Canada both within the past couple of years had a bill passed through Parliament that was along the same kind of lines. I think we passed it, but it was about the fucking religious speak specific.
No, you are not allowed to speak certain chapters in the Bible.
Yeah, but initially when that went through, they wanted like 5 or 7 years of social media history and like fucking social footprints and shit added on to that.
Yeah.
And like if you look at like what you were saying in Britain, they are doing that. Take it one step further. Look what's been going on in North Korea for the past 30, 40 years.
Yep.
Not necessarily a telescreen, but they are required to say a prayer in the morning. There's a fucking 6 o'clock fucking alarm that goes countrywide to make sure everyone's awake. There are police that will drive up and down your block within minutes of that siren to make sure you open your door and make fucking eye contact with them.
Yep.
And like they accept this. No, obviously.
For the supreme leader. Ignorance is strength.
And like you said, you can't talk down to it. There's literally, you accept a picture, a government issued picture of Kim Jong-un that is supposed to be in your house in your main living space.
Yep.
Government issued. Guaranteed a country like North Korea has that bugged. So if you even speak ill of anything that's going on within minutes. And that is 100% thought police.
Well, that's what's happening. There you go. We're seeing the data centers. They're capable of taking in all this information. All of a sudden, AI has the ability to, hey, no, this person's a problem. This person's a problem. Like, and it's giving that decision to a human to like ultimately make the final course of action. But it's identifying people.
But
it's
that's
already identifying people.
No, exactly. Yeah. It's not happening.
It's not happening. These data centers are here for fun. They're super necessary. They're just here for fun.
Because the video, he said, oh yeah, people are illegally taking my cameras down. No, they have the right to take your cameras down. Because you're doing it illegally and not informing the people of what you are actually doing.
On top of that, the part of it that is illegal is they're setting up these cameras and directing them at people's private residences.
So one thing, another smallly shown video, I haven't seen too many copies of it anyways, but there's a few people who have noticed that the way flock camera poles are set up, in certain states, they're finding that it's a traffic violation.
Oh.
Because the way they're put in, obviously you don't just stick a post in the ground, you have to have a concrete base. The post goes in that. Well, the way the flock cameras are, it's a 2-piece base. So there's the concrete base, and there's about a foot protruding from the ground. That's a solid fucking cast iron bar that the flock post goes into.
Okay.
That post is also 2 feet into the ground, embedded in concrete. So 12 inches off of the ground is a cast iron fucking 4-inch pipe that's embedded into the ground. What happens if a car runs over that?
They're done.
Any car does not every car has 12 inches of clearance. That embedded car fucking type whatever post is going to rip the underside of your car off. And he's like, you can see these 4 fucking 3-inch bolts that's holding this together. So you know it's not like cheap steel or nothing.
But they're like essentially making it military grade. They're trying to make it...
So you can't fucking rip it out of the ground, which is why people are cutting them down very close to the camera, because the closer you get to the camera, the thinner the steel is at the top of the post or something like that.
The lower the density is.
But like
I honestly fight back against this shit. Like I would, if it started coming up in Mount Forest, I'd fucking be a vandal every single night. I would take that.
No. Hypothetically, right?
Hypothetically.
Oh, that's why I said I would take it down.
I don't think you would.
In the hypothetical situation that they appeared.
Well, that's the thing. It's like Gen Z, legit. Like a couple, like last year or 2 years ago, they fucking ran the president onto a fucking river.
Hello there, I am Victor from the Beer Floor Hat Podcast. Are you having troubles of picking out gifts that you want something to mean something? But I have a thing for you. I partner up with somebody at work, and his website and Instagram page is called It's Right Here. He does vinyl design, wood jewelry, which is pretty cool, and keepsakes. Keepsakes like Christmas stuff, stocking stuffers, birthday things, whatever you think. He's done a few things for me, and they are amazing. You guys need to go check him out. I'll send a description below. But let him know that the Beer Floor Hat Podcast sent you there. So in other words, let him know to stay frosty.
And instead, we're taking back the country.
Oh, and fucking
I forget where it was, but that was Gen Z.
Was it Turkey? No.
No, it was that country that was run by bankers.
Jews.
No.
yes, but no.
Fucking, not necessarily the bankers, but the banks had control of the government.
It was an island nation, wasn't it? Yeah.
I think so.
I think so, but I'm pretty sure it was like.
Yeah, I forget what country it was, but yeah,
they straight up overthrew the banks, they overthrew the government, and then installed the democracy and like had a vote and shit like that, and completely changed the country. But yeah, like, and people say fucking revolts don't work.
But that's what Gen Z we're talking about here. Like, as you said, Walker, in the beginning, it's the boomers controlling everything.
Mm-hmm.
The boomers are fucking greedy as fuck. All they think about money. They basically fucked our lives up. And we're fucking dealing with all the bullshit. It's like, okay, we live in a society now. Like, what the fucking millennials are going to do? We're going to fucking just have to work off your shit.
Well, that's it. So, in 1984, Winston is kind of in the position of a millennial, or like that Generation Y instead of Generation Z, where they're at a point where they can't necessarily do anything because they've kind of been integrated into the system.
They're so ingrained to do it.
As much as they hate it, they can't do anything about it. And Winston, a lot of the time, refers to Marxism and the proletariat because there's a class of individuals that aren't involved with the government. It's the working class, the ones that are making minimum wage and barely getting anything.
Mm-hmm.
And he talks about it a lot, where it's like, if things need to change, the proletariat class needs to rise up. The entire working force that makes up 75% of people needs to say, no, this is it. And he identifies the problem that no matter what, if there's this propaganda constantly changing people's minds, constantly making them fight with each other, constantly making them think, oh, we're at war with this nation, or now we're at war with this nation, it creates conflict with their own minds and stops the possibility of that proletariat revolt. The Generation Z that is getting nothing from coming together and saying, no, we're tired of getting screwed, stop it with the distractions.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what people are realizing now. Like, this whole fucking war is a distraction.
Exactly.
That's all it is.
Well, and that's in 1984. That's what they used it as. That's why they're always saying we're at war here, we're allies here. These guys fuck these guys. We're backing this guy against here. And they make Winston change those dates. And like you said, he knew we just did this. Why am I changing this? Yeah. Why?
But then if he questions it, then it becomes he's the problem, right?
Exactly. And that's almost like, if you look at places like where Britain's going and where North Korea is, that's essentially like Orwell was right in that sense. Yeah. That's exactly where it could go.
Mm-hmm. But if you notice, Britain's actually fighting back now.
Well, Britain's fighting back in droves. The people are fighting back. The government is still just doing whatever they can to keep it on lock.
Yes, but the thing is, you have the government, which is very few, and you have the people. Well, imagine what Canada could do.
Well, and that's the point.
Look at the trucker convoy.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's the point of Winston's revolt, where you need the proletariats, you need the working class to genuinely say, no, fuck it, we are tired of the government doing this to us. And it's only when all these people come together, we can actually do something about the government that has been so corrupt.
But that's the thing.
The number one group that the government's going to target with their propaganda is that exact class, because they know that's the turning point. That's the catalyst to switching everything. They need to maintain control of the middle and lower classes. It's not the elites that they give two fucks about. It's the middle and lower classes, because they're the pawns.
And that's why they make commodities like just food and drinks harder to get. They make gas harder to get, so it's harder to travel, so you're a lot more confined to your local group. slowly change what you're available to get, and ultimately will make your life harder, so you're focused on surviving in the conditions they've ultimately created.
So I will always bring this up when we're talking about stuff like that. That's why in the beginning of 1930, when Hitler made his party, he fought for Germany to come back as a great country. And you can see, because if you look deeper into the situation, he saw the problems. He looked at the problems. He's like, no, you guys are bringing us down. We are so far in fucking debt because you guys fucking... And that's it. All the nations around, like, oh, no, you are bad guys. We saw, like, okay, whatever. Like, we lost the war. You guys didn't need to fuck us this hard. But look, he brought that country up so well before the war happened, of what we got told.
Oh, that's it. You're right. So, like, in the first anything from 6 to 8 years, when we talked about it in that episode, Hitler genuinely had a proper political career. He gained, like, popular favor through his party, grew his party, and people actually liked it.
But what group of people he did it? The working class.
He did it with the working class because he recognized that the people were the ones struggling. They're the ones who were paying for all the tariffs and the reparations. So he essentially helped them out of that funk, got Germany back into a rhythm where they prioritized science. They actually prioritized the people and made work ethic something that something that you could be proud of.
They prioritized Germany.
See, there's a pretty big case that it wasn't until Goebbels, Himmler, and that other fucking one got into the party, and then it became the extermination, the genocide, whole fucking thing.
Because they were seeing such great success.
They've seen what he did, and they're like, hey,
we can get in his ear a little bit, because Hitler obviously was a little bit of an emotionally distressed individual.
Not only that, he was, like, a lot of people fucking joke or gloss over that dude was heavily medicated.
Yeah.
That dude was taking mountains of speed every single day just to keep his frail-ass body going towards the end of the war.
So by the time he was getting started with the war, like, he had already achieved a lot of success with his party, but then there was ego. Then there was
speaker at that time. He was a literal politician, and then Goebbels, Himmler, and that other one, they got in there and they turned it into, that's when it changed from the Gestapo to the SS. And that's when the internment camps started, and then turned from those into concentration camps, allegedly.
And that is the timeline, because the ego built up and he got the wrong people around him, and what was supposed to be a proper uprising, successful for the people, turned bad.
Because, like, as we talked in that episode, like Mom refuses to talk about Hitler. I just sit there like, you sure? Positive? I can talk all day. Because he knows what she was taught. Because as me and Walker stated in our episode, What's the Truth About Hitler, which is one of our highest episodes. Because we delve deeper into the situation. Yes, he had a hatred of Jews because of what they were doing to Germany. They were the reason why dudes were going cross-gender, doing cross-gender surgeries, and when people talk about, they were burning science books. No, they were not. They were burning books about how to be a cross-gender.
And mass amounts of the Talmud, too. Mass amounts.
But what was the one thing we got told in school? When they talk about books, they were burning history, and they were burning the Bible, right? That's what we got told in school.
But that wasn't the case, because, weirdly enough, Hitler was Christian, Germany was Christian,
Because that's what a lot of his speeches are about, too. He wanted to bring it back to being a Christian nation. As weird as it is to say in a German sense, one nation under God.
But now, like, I know we're getting a little bit off topic, but
in a sense,
Carney legit stated, we're going to do this, but, like, he doesn't even know the fucking backbone of Canada. We were, just like the States, under one God. That's in our fucking Bill of Rights, under one God of Christian faith. But now...
Yes, you can say that both the States and Canada are built around that, but not nowhere. It does say that we are allowed the freedom of religious expression and shit. But it's not that we are a Christian nation.
No.
We are, even the state's fucking one nation under God. No, it specifically says, I'm pretty sure in the third or fourth fucking one of their 12 things is the fucking separation of church and state.
Yeah. Because they at the time they want to make everything equal.
Yeah, exactly. It was meant that everybody had the freedom to be their own religion. I'm not going to make you be Christian. I'm not going to make you be a Jew. I'm not going to make you be a Muslim.
They also didn't want the church to control the state anymore. Exactly. They didn't want religion to control people.
There was supposed to be no influence from the church.
Mm-hmm. But look at society now, doing the book, and all that stuff. Like now, it is a crime to be a Christian. You can't.
But no. But it's definitely a little more not necessarily frowned upon or anything. So, but it's definitely religiousness in a whole is a lot less. I don't know, acceptable. To boast about.
Yes.
Back in the day, you were always told fucking when you go to work, no religion, no politics, no fucking gender shit.
Yeah.
Now it's like you don't talk about your religion unless you're asking for a fucking debate or worse.
Yeah.
Because there's somebody who's going to fucking shit on you, no matter what it is.
So I have a guy at work. He's very heavily religious. He keeps himself. But whenever a conversation comes up in the lunchroom at the time when I was over at one side, he would listen and just listen to the conversation. But if he felt he needed to step up, he would. And the fucking shit that came out of his mouth, holy shit! He was one guy that was heavily religious and we are. For him, I never back talked about him. I always had deeply respect for him. He says, no, we are one. This is what I believe. This is what my points are. You can have a debate with me, but don't fucking yell at me.
Mm-hmm.
And he would say, know what? No, this is how God made us, and that's it. And you can banter back and forth, but he would just say, no, there's one. This is how it is, and this is how it is. Mm-hmm. And that's why he keeps it to himself, because he knows that if he hits the wrong person, blah blah blah, fucking uprising. But it's the fact with the book and what we're seeing now, it's kind of
it's not even just mirroring anymore. It's like they've read it as a manuscript, and it's all too coincidental that we're here at this point.
The way I was looking at it is it's almost like they took it as a manuscript, but in the sense of this is how it worked there, we're going to do it this way. And when you guys brought up doing 1984 and the similarities, you've read
Brave New World, yeah.
Yes.
I saw you had Huxley on your screen. Okay. It's oh no.
I honestly think that we're closer to Huxley's version of the future.
Yes.
Whereas Orwell told us that there would be no books, no history, except what we're given.
Mm-hmm.
Where Huxley was like, no, you're not going to care about it because we're going to give you everything you could want.
You'll have drugs, you'll have infinite movies, you'll have flying cars, you'll have your jobs given and chosen for you.
If anything's wrong here, take this and go to sleep. Go fucking into Euphoria for a couple hours, come back, and we'll get ready for it. We are so flooded with likes and scrolling and fucking infatuation with others and the acceptance of others that I think we're closer to a brand new world than Orwell's fucking totalitarian fucking confinement. We're too happy and content with what's going on with just us that we don't care what's going on with you.
Yeah. And that's kind of how they maintain control in that society, where it's as long as everybody sticks to their assigned alpha, beta, gamma role.
Free porn, free music, free drugs, nobody cares. Do what you want.
Everybody fuck each other, but you're not allowed to have kids, though we have baby factories for that.
It's control, but it's willing control.
Because it's you're dopamine maxing. You're constantly looking for that next high, but you're never feeling purposeful. You're never feeling fulfilled. And that's why in Brave New World, everybody's constantly chasing the experience. And when they bring in the native who knows Shakespeare, who's from the non-first world, he killed himself in the end of
Yep.
the book. Surprise, surprise. Because
what? It's such a different world for him, and oh man,
it's overstimulating. Nothing feels satisfying because everything is just here.
He's like there's so much that there's nothing, and it's like, man, that part hit me so much more than like looking. I used to fucking. There's an old Anti-Flag song called "Welcome to 1984," and like it used to. The first words are like, it feels like Nazi Germany with Hitler on TV, and like it made me think of that. But then I remembered fucking back in high school, the next thing to read was Aldous Huxley's A Brave New World, and I was like, wait a minute, no, we're closer to that than we are Orwell, and it kind of took. It's one of those aha moments that I was like, man, shit.
Oh gosh. Why is dystopia becoming reality?
I just like mentioning They Live because that's basically what they're fucking living in now.
Yeah, very true.
Without the cool glasses.
Yeah.
I showed Michaela that a couple months ago, and she had never seen it. I didn't tell her anything about it. We had just watched fucking Eyes Wide Shut a few days before.
Oh,
she's like, show me another movie like that. I was like, all right. I put on They Live, and my God, she didn't even get up to go to the bathroom or nothing. She was fucking glued.
That movie is so fucking well done.
Oh, man.
Mm-hmm.
What album is it from?
It's early. It's on Punko's Acoustic.
Punko's Acoustic?
Well, we're hitting 60 minutes here. Do we want to go to our end of episode segment?
Yes, I have one shit that I want to fuck talk about.
I actually do as well. That's kind of funny.
Well, Victor, while you search for that, Mace, what is grinding your gears this week?
So there's a new documentary that I just watched on Disney Plus last night.
Oh, okay.
And it's called My Grandfather, Charles Manson.
Oh, yeah, you take Mom in it.
Oh,
man.
Interesting, okay.
I like learning about Charlie and the murders and all that shit, and the different courses that exist of what actually transpired that night.
Sorry, what's the song name?
Welcome to 1984. And this girl, she grows up with her single father, and her father never knew his father. Goes to Ancestry.ca, matches up with Michael Brunner.
Okay.
The documentary doesn't say specifically, but it's tied to Michael Brunner, the actual descendant of Charles Manson, the one who got his remains after his death in prison.
Okay, yeah.
She DNA matched her dad 99.997 to Manson. She matched 99.95 to her dad.
Oh, okay.
Okay. That's how she got in the beginning of the movie.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, that's cool. And then she wanted to look out and find out the truth of Charlie. Yeah. Everyone she reached out to was like, no, you're a blood relative. This is going to turn into a Charlie sympathizer thing. I don't want to talk to you. Yeah. The original DA who presided over the case told her specifically, no, I will not talk to you.
Really?
Because he thought, he made a judgment call saying that, no, it's going to be a sympathizer thing. You're going to try and make him look good.
Yeah.
Granted, the first little bit of the movie, 100% she does.
That was the point. Yeah.
And then the movie turns on its fucking head. Mm-hmm. Every other scene in the movie is this chick crying over this existential crisis of, oh my God, I'm related to a monster that I had no idea of, and now what am I going to do with my life? And she keeps going and talks to like this pen pal who he had in prison, and he gives her 800 phone calls, all recorded from the early 90s up until his death.
Oh my God. Okay.
The very next scene is her driving around just bawling because she's hearing his voice and she doesn't know how to take it all in. And she goes and talks to a therapist and she's crying to the therapist saying, am I a monster? Am I my grandfather? But 7 days ago,
she had no fucking clue.
She had no fucking idea. And her dad throughout the movie just straight up washes his hands of it. He's like, no, I'm not fucking doing this.
Yeah.
He's like, okay, cool. I'm related to Charles Manson. Goodbye.
Straight
up tells her to fuck off. You're stupid. Why are you doing this to yourself?
You can't let it control you.
And that's what the therapist is saying on film. She's like, you are not him. You can't let this control you. Mm-hmm. And she's reciting Sharon Tate's name and all the names of the victims. And the therapist is like, you're saying those with odd repetition. You're carrying these names Like they're on your soul.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
You didn't exist when these things happen. So, like, the whole documentary is, well, I'm a descendant of a...
And then at the same time, this underlying tone of, no, Charlie was nothing but a product of the system. Mm-hmm. And then a little bit, you talk to a few ranch hands, and I never knew that Charlie Manson was a fucking pedophile. He was banging 12, 13, 14-year-old chicks at this fucking ranch, feeding them acid and shit. And completely gloss over the fact. She hears this and says nothing about it.
Yeah.
Just, okay, on to the next topic.
Yeah.
She talks to his final girlfriend, the one he left the night of the Sharon Tate LaBianca murders. He left her, went to the houses, and never seen her again. One of the last things she said to him was, I'm afraid or something, and he said, if you leave, we will kill you. If you leave this ranch, I will end your life. You see this woman go, oh my God, he didn't say that. He's not like that. And the lady's like, I'm sorry, but he was like that.
He was
no
like
matter
that.
what you hear from other people, that was Charles Manson.
Mm-hmm.
And she gets into a fight with her director in the middle of a field. And the director, her friend, is like, you can't take this so personally.
Yeah.
And she literally, white woman, storms off, throws her hands in the air. I can't take it anymore. And walks off. And I'm like, what?
I can see how that documentary would grind some gears. That feels like a waste of time. Why did you get paid for it?
That's like when they made the Ted Bundy movie with Zac Efron in it, which he did a very good job.
Yeah.
And I didn't know that the chick that he bangs in the prison ends up having a daughter, and she writes a book stating that, oh, my dad's a monster. You see her, I'm a monster. I'm gonna kill. No. She states, okay, like, this is what I know about my dad, and he's a fucking monster. He fucking committed these murders, and I am not gonna be like him.
Mm-hmm.
The way you're saying this chick is just creating fucking money grabs.
Straight 100%. Yeah. And like, she ends up going so far to try and take the same psychiatric test he took in 1996. And the guy who issued it's called the Rorschach test.
Yeah.
The inkblot test.
Yep. Inkblot.
Okay? She did it, and she answered the exact same questions, exact same whatever.
Yeah.
And when he comes to show her the fucking results, he's like, I need to tell you something. When your grandfather, even enunciates the grandfather part, when he did this test, he did it over a span of 5 days in a mesh cage, arms and legs shackled to a chair.
Yeah.
Under extreme duress, and already 30 years after the event, and with the persona of Charles Manson ingrained into his head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's like, okay, not fully understanding what the doctor's trying to fucking tell her.
Yeah. Yeah. Because she doesn't want to.
Yeah. He's like, none of your answers lined up at all.
Yeah.
You guys did not come even close, except for one question. And all of a sudden she just goes white. And he's like, no, it's not. You guys both seen a man in a hat with a mustache. You said it looks like a character. He said it looked like a rich old man with a mustache and a hat. That is as close as you guys got.
Yeah.
Wow.
And she's like, oh my God, am I him? That answer was too close. Oh my God. Man.
So you got to be playing
But
it up.
the thing is,
Okay.
why would they release that shit?
Money.
Because
Money.
Money.
And that's how I knew it was. She actually had something behind her, and the DNA test was true, because obviously it's not the first Manson documentary I've looked into.
Yeah.
There have been so many people who have tried to get certain records, like his prepubescent juvenile record, or his health records from inside the jail. Can't touch them because you're not family.
Yeah.
The one dude who's come out and said he is family only did so to collect the remains.
Yeah.
Did not do anything else. Didn't even want to touch this fucking documentary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She got access to everything. From his very first arrest at 9 years old, she unlocked every record. And throughout the thing, she's painting him as this poor dude who got raped in a boys' home, who grew up fucking having to defend his butthole his entire life and raped other people to fucking get away with it.
For their buttholes.
But he says he raped a dude at knife point in a jail cell for his own protection.
Huh.
That don't sound right.
Isn't it the other way around?
She hears this, and she's like, oh my god, he was trying to protect himself.
Suicidal.
And the dude who handed her the docket was like...
As Mason looks like a fucking ape right now.
Like, this entire documentary was a choice, and I couldn't get over it. Like, I thought I was watching something that I was not.
I feel like the entire thing is meant to be rage bait.
100%. And she tries to say that, like, it wasn't the race war thing. Helter Skelter was nothing. It was all over a drug debt. Tried to pin it on the dude who actually did the murders, which I guess is like a conspiracy theory about it all to begin with. Like, since back then, I guess the La Biancas were fucking Quaalude dealers and shit.
Yeah,
a bunch of money in a safe. Apparently, Charlie only ever went in there for the money in the safe. She sticks by this. He never said for fucking Caspian and Tex Watson to go kill people. All he said was, I need you to get my friend out of jail.
Mm-hmm.
And that transpired into 9 murders in a satanic way. And she's like, nope, that's not my grandpa.
Totally normal.
Straight up says my grandpa like 4 or 5 times throughout the fucking movie, too. And I'm like, bro, man.
Deep temple rub, my God.
Dude, that's like someone stating, hey, man, I did a DNA test. Yeah, my great-grandfather's fucking Hitler, and he did nothing wrong.
Straight up. That's
fake.
She compares it in the beginning of the movie to somebody finding out they're related to Hitler.
Oh my God.
Because apparently in her eyes, the 2 most hated people in the world are Adolf Hitler and Charles Manson. And she's like, the only worst person I could have been related to would be Adolf Hitler. And I was like, are you fucking kidding me?
There's a lot of worse people out there, but it's fine. All right.
Sorry, that took a whole bunch. That really ground my gears.
You've got a big one. What is grinding your gears?
Oh, I'm going back to last week's episode.
Oh, okay.
Which I'm uploading right now.
Uh-huh.
So last week, like when, because whoever's listening now, there's going to be 2 episodes uploaded. I did the one with the Sheik at the Good Life fucking gym. Saying, oh, I have a samurai dagger. I'm allowed to carry this. But he had 2 other fucking knives with him.
Yeah, apparently one was like a 14-inch hunting knife, like a Bowie knife.
So, he had 2 other knives with him besides his fucking, I'm allowed to have this one.
Ceremonial ritual knife.
Which, you can fuck a hat.
Yeah.
So, I just recently learned this week that the said employee that asked him politely to leave and says, okay, I totally understand where you're coming from, but I got asked by customers that you work here.
They don't feel safe. I'm just asking you to leave.
Yeah,
well, that is a violation of policy. It's like very reasonable.
Bought a day pass. So
he's not even a member.
He's not even a member. Bought a day pass. He's an influencer, which I have to state that. The influencer, which can get fucking
embellish everything.
Yeah.
So this Sikh, which I'm going to sound really fucking racist right now, which I don't give a fuck, got bitched about it online, his TikTok. And said, they discriminated me. They did this because of the color of my skin, so double standard, fucking race and skin, which fuck you. And also, the chick got fired.
Yeah, and the Good Life came around and gave him a membership.
Yeah.
Bullshit. Little fucking
So,
bullshit.
Good Life, I'm going to tag them into this fucking thing. And I'm going to tell them, hey, just so you know, listen to the fucking end of the episode, because Good Life can suck a dick. They are fucking cowards. You are not protecting your own fucking employees because this guy wanted to carry 3 fucking knives, just not 1. If it was 1 knife, the guy could say, okay, like, I understand, but they have to understand this is part of my religion. Okay, whatever.
It's still against store policy. It's a private
That's
business.
what she
They're
said.
allowed to.
This is against our policies, and you cannot have this on you. And she gets fired.
Yeah.
So
Good Life doesn't follow their own policies because they want to look pretty because an influencer said bad things.
No. The only reason why they went with this is, we apologize because he's probably an immigrant that has a mass following. If he does this, we'll lose tons of money. They're going to lose tons of money anyways because this employee is like, I was just doing my fucking job.
Mm-hmm. Oh, the employee has a wrongful termination lawsuit.
So this employee,
this
employee, and this was in Windsor.
Yeah.
This was in Windsor?
Yeah, in Windsor, in Canada. So in other words, this employee should fucking go to the labor board and sue Good Life for ruining her fucking job because she was following protocol.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But I guarantee it, fucking the labor board won't do anything because the government will say, nah, I can't touch that.
Yeah.
She'll probably just get a settlement. Won't even go to court. Just
Yeah. If I was her, I wouldn't even deal with it. No, I'm not shutting us about this. You are legit race profiling me because I was following your fucking guys' protocol.
Mm-hmm.
So in other words, Goodwill can suck dick. I wasn't. No,
Good life. Yeah.
Good life.
Good life.
Well, no, Goodwill too. They fucking suck too now.
But that's the thing. It's like they are making race such a big, or religion, a different religion, such a bigger thing than it should be because this guy's an influencer. Mm-hmm. If he's an influencer, he has no fucking actual job. Mm-hmm. He's a fucking immigrant, probably, so he can go fuck a hat.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I don't even care if we get fucking we're gonna get fucking back up, bitch, because that's how fucking Canadians work. We get knocked down, we get back up again. Never gonna bring me down. So, yeah, like, the second time I had to fucking bring this up.
Yeah.
Because it's just fucking stupid.
It sucks to see that that's how it's evolving, right? Like,
Well, that's how it is. They are bringing a whole bunch of people into fucking Canada. Oh, look, we don't have people that can make this country great again. Oh, look, we got people to vote fucking retarded people into fucking office. Because another thing that fucking grabs my gears, because you can be a refugee and get fucking $82,000 just because you come to Canada.
Yep.
Fucking work on your own fucking people.
Oh, and preferential placement in different jobs that the Canadian government has to offer without even ever actually applying. You don't have to be a Canadian citizen. You can pay taxes in your own country and not in Canada, but you are also taking Canadian revenue.
So this is why I always say, hey, let's get the first portion of Hitler back. Make Canada great again and make Canada fucking look. Let's focus on our own people and say fuck you to everybody else.
I'm going to keep mine right simple. Pickup drivers grind my motherfucking gears. Motherfuckers.
Again?
I don't know. Pickup
like
drivers.
The souped up ones or just the
kind of like the
fucking Revy ones?
A little bit of both. At a certain point, like, you can tell a pickup driver is like the stereotypical pickup driver. Like, if they're fucking driving super fast or no matter what, driving around with their high beams on. I just think if you have to drive a fucking truck like that, you don't own the road just because you're driving a fucking boat. Like, goddamn.
Yeah.
Fuck pickup drivers.
I straight up feel that. Like, those fucking, the little souped up car people are one thing, but no, straight up the pickup truck people, 100%. The ones that hang out at fucking Timmy's. The ones that rip in between fucking stop signs on back roads. Sit there and roll smoke or whatever the fuck they call it. Roll, that's it. Like, fuck, man.
It's such an annoying lifestyle, and, like, pickup trucks should be used for working men. And some of these guys are working men. Some of them just love flexing the power and burning out these $64,000 trucks.
No, you know what I think about these fucking trucks that people are up to? I got daddy's money.
Yeah, 100%.
Literally. Oh, you only see rich fuckers with trucks, too. And, like, they don't
fucking work.
And the thing is, they're more reckless drivers, and they're driving around a vehicle that's more durable. They don't care if they're hurting other stuff because their truck's going to be fine. Mm-hmm. So anyway, truck drivers got my gears.
Me and my brothers just over here fucking complaining about everything in the fucking right, left, center. And here, Walker's, I just fucking hate truck drivers.
It's a good stereotype to have, you know?
Fair.
Yeah.
Well, thing is, if you have a small penis, might as well drive a truck. Well, with all driving a truck is...
It ought to make everyone look at you somehow.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. Did you ever notice that people legit name their trucks girl names but have a ball sack at the bottom end of it?
I've not noticed that. That's kind of funny.
It's funny. You see those trucks with the balls hanging off them. You go up, and that's a transgender truck, sir. Those didn't come stock, did they? You added those.
You added those to her, didn't you? How was Lucy before Matt? Did Lucy consent before you named her Matt? How dare you do that without permission? How fucking dare you? I'm going to sue you now.
Sir, just because your balls didn't drop doesn't mean you have to force your trucks to.
Did your truck accept their circumcision from you from buying it, or did you accept the small penis that came with it? So which one?
Well, we hope you guys enjoyed this episode. There was so much surveillance that we're probably going to get called out. Look out for the thought police.
Man, I am waiting to get fucking arrested. I am waiting. I'm fucking waiting. Because you know when I get arrested...
It's not fun.
Trust me. I've been back in the cop car too, so don't worry. But with that being said, what the jail cell is...
Stay for us, Steve.
staring down. Luna the cat's the biggest pussy in town.